Dismissive avoidants handle conflict by not handling it. You ever notice in a relationship with a dismissive avoidant, it's never a right time to have that conversation. It's never the right time to talk about the relationship. Oh, I just got home from work. I had a stressful day. Do we have to talk about this now? Oh, it's the weekend. Shouldn't we just relax and have fun? Why do we have to talk about this now? Oh, it's so early in the morning. I have to get ready for my day. Why do we have to start out the day like this? It's not a good time to talk about it. It's just never a good time. And no matter how hard you try to have this conversation, they're always telling you it's not a good time. But when you do lock them in and you do get that conversation, you are likely to have one of two different routes that they go. One is defensiveness. They are very defensive, turn it around on you, and try to make it seem like your feelings and your needs are the problem, not their behavior or lack of effort. Not them, it's you, and you're wrong for having that feeling. Or just self-deprecating statements like, well, I guess I'm always terrible. I guess I'm just the bad guy. I guess it's always me. I'm just awful, aren't I? Which is really defensiveness in disguise, trying to make themselves into the victim so you back off of whatever it is that you feel, need, or want. The other possible likely response is people-pleasing. Dismissive avoidants are often people-pleasers at their core. They've learned to get external validation by suppressing themselves and making others happy. And they'll tell you whatever you want to hear. Oh, I'll make these changes. You're right. No, yep, I'll do that. I'll show up better here. I'll make more effort there. Yep. We'll go ring shopping. We'll progress the relationship. And then they follow through with absolutely nothing that they told you that they would do. But at the core of it is a person that avoids conflict like it's the Black Plague. They avoid conflict like they are going to completely die and fall apart if they go anywhere near it. This is a person that was on the receiving end of consistent childhood emotional neglect, growing up in households where you don't talk about feelings. But in addition to that, they had their own feelings rejected and dismissed, shot down, even reprimanded or even punished for having feelings, for having needs. So they have learned to become terrified of conflict. Conflict equals rejection. They also developed a core wound of shame from that emotional neglect, personalizing it, growing up to feel like they're defective and unlovable. And getting rejected in conflict to them is the emotional equivalent of confirming their own defectiveness. See, I did this wrong. You're mad at me because of this, because I'm defective. That can either trigger the defensiveness or the urge to run from it, because running from it means they also get to avoid having to confront that shame and that defectiveness wound. And avoiding that shame, avoiding feeling it, avoiding confronting it is really at the core of dismissive avoidant attachment. So you have a person that won't resolve conflict with you. They're always kicking the can down the road. When you do have conflict, they're defensive, they're not listening, or they're giving you people-pleasing answers and following through with nothing. So what do? Well, you can't fix them. You can't force them to resolve conflict. But what you can do is control how you show up for yourself, meaning hold boundaries, your limits of what you'll allow, what you don't allow, what you'll tolerate, what you won't tolerate, what you need, and what your expectations are. Lay them out there in a kind but assertive, direct way. Let them know what your needs are. And if they are consistently showing that they're not going to show up for your boundaries, they're not going to respect what your needs are, then it's time for you to enforce those boundaries with yourself. Those boundaries are not about controlling them. It's about controlling you and your limits of what you'll allow. And you can enforce those boundaries by taking a step back, reconsidering the relationship, holding space, or exiting the relationship altogether if they're consistently showing you that they're not concerned about your needs. Emotional availability has two core components. One, which is the ability and the willingness to form a deep bond, a deep love, a deep connection. And the other, which is the ability and the willingness to empathize with your partner, to share their emotions, to care about their feelings. The whole thought process of how do I show up for my partner? How do they feel? How do my actions impact them? It requires empathy, emotional availability to consistently respect the boundaries and the needs of your partner. If they're showing you that they are consistently not respecting your boundaries, not showing up to meet your needs, despite knowing what your boundaries and needs are, they're showing you that they're not emotionally available for you and they're not empathizing with you. If they're consistently showing you that and not showing you effort, respect your worth. You deserve more than breadcrumbs and half efforts. You deserve a partner that puts the full effort into you the way that you do to them. That's why your boundaries will protect you. And if you have to walk away, yeah, it's unfortunate. But you know what? You're respecting your worth, and there is somebody out there that will respect your boundaries and respect your needs, because emotionally available people will. And if you hold boundaries moving forward and recognize those red flags, you'll never get sucked into a long-term relationship with an emotionally unavailable partner ever again. Because when they reveal themselves to be unhealthy and unavailable, you hold your boundaries and you protect yourself.